Hey everybody, how are you doing on this fine Thursday evening? It has been a long time since I've done one of these Thursday shows. There was a little while where I was doing I was calling it midweek live, and we were doing this, for a few months. I think we did it every Thursday. So thought, with all these messy rumors going around, this one messy rumor going around, thought it might make sense to do a Thursday night show again. And, this comes, special request. A few of you actually requested this. So everybody that's in the chat, I saw a few people were chatting early, but if you watch this show often, I don't see any of them in the actual show application until we go live. So go ahead and start, chatting in the chat. Say hello, and we will get talking. I've got a couple of interesting different things I want to try tonight. So make this show a little more interactive if it wasn't interactive already. So before we get to all that, let's as always, say a thank you to our sponsor, and that's Caneswear. Caneswear is located in Davie off of University, just south of 595. Get all your great Inter Miami gear there. Get a great discount. Mention FMTV, save 10%. And if you want to shop online, no problem. Any orders over $99 ship for free. Also, you can mention FMTV 10 at checkout and save yourself 10% that way. So support a local business. So it's getting messy in here, right? Lots of, a big rumor dropped. The Messi rumor to Miami is nothing new, right? It's been happening for a long time. We've been talking about Messi. I know Ed loves to talk about Messi. Our friend Julio loves to talk about these older stars. And I keep saying, I don't want any older stars. I've had enough. Higuain has spoiled me on the older stars. Messi's the exception, right? Messi would be 35 if he comes here next summer. So those that are living under a rock, the rumor is he's going to sign a deal with Inter Miami, and he's going to get 35% ownership stake. Now, that rumor's been debunked by many, many different people saying that it's not true. But what they're saying is not true. They're not saying that Messi's not coming to Miami. They're not saying that there's not conversations. What they're saying is the details of the rumor. The 35% is what's false. A negotiations ploy, if you will, right? So it's probably somebody on Messi's side that maybe leaked an agent or something like that. Something. This is what would make it happen. This is what they're looking for, but. Yeah, Caneswear doesn't give that kind of discount. Not a 35% ownership stake. So, anyways, let's say hi to. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I know you might want to talk a little bit about the Philly game, and we can if you want. But I really wanted to focus on Messi. And Barcelona is coming. July 19th, Barcelona is coming. This is something we kind of knew was coming for a while, but now it's official, and now we can officially talk about it. The supporters, the season ticket holders will get first crack at it. How much do you think the tickets are going to be? I saw somebody mentioning they thought the tickets might be $100. I think that's a little steep. I would not be surprised to see $60 to $70 tickets. I mean, in the worst seats, right? So, but those better. I'm curious where my seats are. I sit in the up, like row 34, section 115 in the east. Will those be $100 tickets? They might. So, anyways, let's say hi to you guys in the chat first before we normally do. Usually we've got Ed to help out with this, and I see Ed is in the chat. Get back to work, Ed. But first, B King says we need more shows, so more of this. Jazz Fusion's here for the food fight. It's said you're getting messy, right? Exactly. And I don't know if that food vlog is going to happen this weekend because I'm not sure if all the supporters groups are meeting together. I did see a note that may not be happening, but we'll see. Pablo Coppola is here. been a couple of weeks since he's jumped on a live show. So, well, it's good that we did it in the middle of the week then, right? And One World, One Goal is here. Ed Serrano is here. Bruno is here. My week is going great so far. Happy that tomorrow's Friday, all right? Happy Friday, everybody. Jose Velasquez is in here. I assume that means that you're going to be going to that game, Jose. Score FL in soccer, age matters. We got to talk about that, right? And I think that's it. So I had a feeling that tonight, since we don't do this on a regular basis, might have a smaller number of people, which meant it's more manageable. So if you guys, I have two ways to connect. So, I can give my opinions on the Messi thing, but I'd like to hear yours. So there's two ways we can connect. The chat, well, three ways. The chat, as always. Normally, I would say you can leave a voicemail, but I've turned off the function where it forces it to go to voicemail. I've turned that off. I could take your call live. Never done that, and the reason I don't do it is because it feels like you kind of need a producer to kind of manage that. But we could give it a try tonight. If you want to call and you want to be live on the show and have a conversation instead of just a voicemail, we could do that. So that's the number, 786-474-4435, and you can call in. And it won't go to, shouldn't go to voicemail. I tested it. It seemed to work. I got to click a couple buttons here and there, which could slow the show down a little bit, but we can. And for those of you that are in the chat and would like to jump on this show in video form, right? You've all got a camera on your phone. If you want to jump into this, I made a special, oh, darn it. Hang on a second. How do I get it to you guys? Because I can't copy and paste from there. Let me see if I can do something here. And I want to find a way to paste it. If I view in YouTube, all right, let's turn down the volume real quick. I'm going to I've got a guest link that I can share with you guys as soon as this ad is finished. And here, I can chat this in here. Bop. And there you go. So if you want to join the conversation live, you can click on that link and you'll go into my green room and you could join the show. Never done this. Don't know how it will work, but this is how Ed joins. He clicks a link like this and he joins the show. So if you guys want to join the show and mention your name, we could bring on, I think, 4 people at a time, and we could do this, make it a little more interactive. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for phone calls or voicemails, and again, optional, you don't have to do it. Some people I know are shy; they don't want to throw up their pretty mug. Maybe they didn't put on their makeup. Neither did I. I just go grab a hat. So it's okay. We could do it the old-fashioned way if you want as well. But anyways, 35% ownership stake. What do you think of 35% ownership stake for Inter Miami? Oh, looks like we're already getting... How do I answer? All right, let's answer.
Call from
Gabriel.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice...
Here you go. You guys are hearing how it is live. Gabriel, how are you doing?
Hey, man. How are you? Good. Thank you for doing this.
Great. So, what do you think of Messi potentially coming to Inter Miami?
Horrible idea. I
Wow,
mean,
I think you're in the minority there. Why do you think it's a horrible idea?
he doesn't play. I mean, I understand that Miami. I understand that his quality is really good, and that's a for sure factor. But he doesn't have the ability to run anymore, and we're already seeing how bad the team plays with minus one player, which is what Wayne does. So why? I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm probably one of the few
I think you are.
persons that are gonna think that that's not a good idea, especially being having somebody else that to have a say of things how they move. Like we already know that Beckham doesn't do anything. Like thankfully, Mass has done a lot of stuff for us, for us, and the team. But why are we gonna get another player that's not gonna do anything, contribute anything to the team, potentially sell the team to somebody else like Beckham did, and then we don't know if that person is gonna be a good matchup with Mass, and it's I don't know.
Well,
From the point, what? Sorry.
so I mean, you think he's not going to bring anything on the field? You think he's got nothing left? Because I think
No, no, no. I mean,
he could. I
no,
think
let's
I
be
know
realistic.
he doesn't run as much as he used to. I get it, but you place him in the middle. Don't you think he could play as a number 10? And Higuain won't be here by that time, so we could have a younger guy running off, and he could do all his trickery with the ball and everything like that. I think he would
I mean,
tear
you're going to
up
be playing with
MLS.
9 players. You're
Why?
going to be playing with 9 players because he's not going to run. He's not. We already. Wayne could play as a 10 right now, and it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah. I think
So,
I don't think we could compare Messi with Higuain. It's two vastly different skill sets, but curious to see is what would his attitude be like? Because that's the biggest problem with Higuain is his attitude. So if Messi has the right
For
kind of
sure.
an attitude, it all could work. But at the end of the day, what MLS team is going to say no to Messi coming into the league?
Nobody.
The
Nobody.
league
I mean,
is going to make this happen. Forget about Inter Miami. The league will probably want to make
the
this
league-
happen.
the league won't be able to give. I mean, when we're talking about, let's say 20%, your math, will you give him 20%? The last evaluation of the team was over $500 million. You know what's 20% of 500? It's $100 million. Will you give Messi $100 million just to come to play for you for
Well,
2 years a day?
Remember, Beckham got $250 million, basically. I mean, he made a little over $6 million a year, but then he got a bunch of deals in the back end, which equaled around $250 million. So you imagine Messi. Look, the 35%, I don't think is what they'll end up with. They'll end up with a smaller percentage, like you mentioned. But in the team, the team valuation right now is over $500 million, which is crazy. Nice investment for Beckham there because eventually, Beckham will sell. So
He sold already.
well, no,
He sold
Beckham didn't
already.
sell. That Beckham didn't sell. They just brought
They
in.
say that.
They just brought in
I
a new
heard that
investor.
I heard that he sold and only kept 3% or like a minority stake of it.
He only
Which-
ever had 10%. He's only ever
really?
had 10%. Yeah, he's always been a minority owner. He put in no money. He put in the 25 million, what I call the Groupon deal, and so
Yeah.
and that was his value. So, anyways, hey, thanks. This is fun. Love getting your opinion live as we're going. So you would not make the choice. You would not make it happen, even though
No, I mean-
we would
I
see
mean, I don't-
everybody
I would.
at the mall with a
But-
pink Messi shirt.
I would. I just don't think if you would tell me let's have 5 young players that for sure guarantee would make team play better and be better, over Messi, which one will you pick?
Right now, I'd pick Messi.
Yeah.
I'd pick Messi.
No, that's
Because
the fan of you speaking.
Well, yeah, of course. See, and here's where I argue with my buddies all the time is some of these guys, Ed wants Suarez. He wants some of these older guys. And I'm like, no, I'm burned on the older guys. I don't want the older guys. I'd rather go with Chris Henderson and go young. But Messi's that exception because it puts your team on the map. He's more than just a player. He's a marketing tool. He is going to make this team global. Will they 100% win everything? I don't know. I think he still has like Jose Velasquez. Messi is not old. I think he'll be 35. He's old, but I think he still can play in MLS. And
for sure.
And so yes, I would make that purchase right now. But I don't know if I'd give 35%. 35% is really big. So you'd make some deal where he's going to get some sort of deal with MLS where he gets back end deal on shirt sponsors, percentage of shirts sold, which is what Beckham got. You're going to get that kind of stuff. They're going to make him an ambassador for the league. They're going to hide all kinds of money where in the end of the day he may only get a $10 million a year, but there's going to be tons of money hidden and all that kind of stuff.
Question.
Yes.
And that's it. Do you think Messi will give you half of what Ibrahimovic gave?
I don't know. That is a tough question. Yeah, that is a tough question because Ibra was he was a pain in the neck, but he did deliver and he was good.
Pain in the neck. I would take pain in the neck. Wayne is a pain in the neck. He doesn't provide me anything.
100%. 100%.
I take Ibra any day.
All right. Well, it's
a
good point. Good point. All right. Hey, I'm going to let you go in case anybody else wants to call in, and we'll free up the line. So, but thanks so much for doing this. I appreciate it. All right. So, if anybody else wants to get in and do like Gabriel did, 786-474-4435. Also, if you flip back a little bit in the chat, if you want to put your pretty mug on the screen, you could do that as well. I mean, this show's already shown that you don't have to have a pretty mug to come because Ed's on the show every week. And so you don't have to, you can just be goateed bald guy and be good to go and come on the show. So, Ed is jumping into the conversation saying recently it was said Beckham put more money in, so his percentage could have risen. Possible. And he's also right about this. Moss Brothers paid for Clore's 37.5% and Son's 15%. Right. So they bought out Clore and Masayoshi's son. So One World One Goal says she will try the video. So join in. Come on in. We're waiting for you. One World One Goal. People ask. People hit me up all the time saying they want to see you on the show. They're ready to get rid of Ed and put you on the show. So you've got the chance. You've got the and here we go. Looks like my bug and her might have done it. So let's do some back end stuff. Guest is in the green room. I don't see her image up yet, but give that a second. And let's see. Here we go. How you doing there? Can you hear me? Marta, can you hear us?
Oh, hear you. Hi.
Hi. What?
Yeah, do I think?
Your connection is terrible.
I know what's going on. Can you hear me?
A little bit. You're breaking up a lot. If you can get into
yeah, that's Miami by the airport.
Oh, okay.
I got Miami on.
There you go. Yeah, repping.
Into Miami.
Nice.
So, okay, this is like hard to do. I did not have time to do hair and makeup. Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're in and out a little bit, but we can hear you. Go ahead. What are your thoughts on Messi coming to South Florida
I
potentially?
know
But
that's
this deal.
well, I'm sure they're gonna only do like maybe 10% or 5% because Beckham and Victoria. I thought they were 5%, 2.5, and 2.5. But hello, Messi at 4 is gonna be Tom Brady at 45. Okay, word.
Got a little bit of that. So we might have to cut this connection in, with you, one world, one goal, because it's really, really bad. But I got your point that you felt that something about Tom Brady being 45, and if he's not too old, Messi's not too old. I think that's basically what you might be saying. All right, we're just going to go ahead and drop one world, one goal. But that's how you do it. And we'll see if she's trying to join in again. We'll see if her connection's any better. But Ed is calling out, "Hey, I am the good-looking guy in the show." and yeah, Abba, that's pretty bad network on her part. So we'll just drop her off again. So if you guys want to give it a chance, if you've got a better internet connection, then go for it. The chat, you have to scroll back a little bit and see it in the chat. So let's go to the chat and get some of your thoughts. Aldo is sitting here saying Messi will help the team be more global and help the team a lot more than Higuain. Yeah, I don't think there's any way any team in MLS passes up on a Messi deal. But here's a question though for you: is the Messi deal? So this is the next biggest signing in MLS since David Beckham. Is Messi as big of a star as David Beckham? In the soccer world, yes. But in pop culture, I would say no. And so David Beckham brought a lot more eyes to the team. One of the thoughts is that Messi won't get as big of a deal as potentially as Beckham did, because MLS was in a position at the time where they needed Beckham more than they need him now, right? The league, here's where it could help if they make this signing fast. This is where it could really, really help for MLS, keeping this on an MLS level. Right now, MLS is trying to broker their media rights deal. And they're trying to get something around, if I remember correctly, I didn't have the number in front of me, but it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $300 million a year is what they're hoping for. And they're making currently $90 million a year, which is peanuts compared to all the other major leagues in the United States. But you put Messi on a team in MLS, and MLS might get the $300 million or close to it media rights deal. They were supposed to have had that media rights deal wrapped up in March. Here we are in May. We still haven't heard anything. So clearly they don't have it wrapped up. And he would definitely help. Rumors are, nobody's willing to pay that much. Possibilities being thrown out there. Apple TV Plus. They're starting to get into sports. They've got Major League Baseball on there. Maybe they're interested. They got the money. Amazon, maybe they got the money. Your team, your Fox Sports said they're not interested. Univision is still interested, but only obviously in the Spanish. ESPN Plus apparently is interested, but not at the amount that MLS is looking for. Again, you put Messi on a team, I think that really does make a huge difference for that. Aldo is saying that, yes, Beckham is a crossover superstar, not just in soccer. Messi is outside of the U.S. global athlete. A new Weissman out of Atlanta says if Messi signed this moment, then ESPN will have the ESPN FC crew on SportsCenter to talk about it. exactly. This makes Sports Center news, and so it's if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So Richard Greenberg from Toronto is saying that this Messi deal is all about building excitement for the new stadium, which is a way to get Messi in. See, Messi sees the value of Inter Miami. They've got this stadium coming in Miami. And look, the stadium is the smallest part of that deal. Critics against the Miami Freedom Park were saying it's a land grab, or it's a developmental deal. The stadium is it's all about all the other things besides a stadium. And they're right, because Jorge Mas clearly stated that he doesn't feel that a stadium alone is a financially doable, it doesn't make financial sense. But you throw in there, all these other things, the hotel and the business park, that they're planning a bunch of business type related things, restaurants, bars, potentially stuff like that. All of a sudden, Miami Freedom Park is much more attractive, and that's a good deal for Messi to get involved with. He's already started buying up real estate in Miami, so and of course, anybody that buys a house or a condo in Miami, everybody thinks they're coming to Miami. So we don't. But this one has been. Here's the thing I can say is I'm 100% confident conversations are happening. So when people say that it's not, that it's false and that it's not going to happen, I would say it may, and that the conversations are happening. But, a lot of the rumors that we hear about, a lot of the players that you hear rumored with Inter Miami, a lot of those rumors are real conversations that did happen. That, so they're not all that far-fetched. All right, so it looks like One World, One Goal is trying to call again. Let's see if her connection is better this time. Let me bring her in to guest one.
Hi.
Oh, I can hear you better this time.
I'm on the laptop now.
Oh, that works better.
Yeah, but it's like way too close, and I did not do hair and makeup like Mrs. Peter.
No, my wife did not either, and she was not thrilled to get thrown on the show. But she was a good she played along.
Give a girl a chance, Peter.
So okay, let's try this again. What do you think? Messi, is it smart to give him 35% ownership? If that's,
first of all, he'll never get more than maybe 10 or 15, because Clary had 35. Beckham only had like 5 or 10. Right. And Victoria had half. And right. Then Mas came in and took whatever, the two Mas together. So you got to remember, and Fuller had an amount. Remember, Beckham bought out Fuller's amount.
Right.
And so everybody increased their amounts a little bit. There's no way they're going to give him control. 35% would be controlling yes or no person, so 10 at the most. And on top of that, he's basically want to get involved with the academy and make a whole life in Miami. I mean, he's already got a credible property at the Porsche Tower. Mm-hmm. And he's going to play the way Brady at 45 was playing and winning Super Bowls. Was he not?
I mean, I think he's still playing. He's not officially retired yet.
I think he came back again. So, I mean, Beckham can get Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, and Hamilton, who's a big deal in F1. All those guys have won 7, 8 championships. But Uncle Ed was right, because they all together, Beckham has like something like 19 or 18 championships, including like a supporter shield. I don't know, I can't get myself in the picture. Oh my God, you're getting the garden. Anyway.
Hey, this just shows everybody what Ed and I do is not as easy as it looks.
Oh my God. I have a whole glam office set up, but not at this location. So I'm in the middle of doing some house sitting and stuff. So it's a little crazy. But anyway, I think Messi at 40 will be as good as Brady at 45. You heard it here first.
All right. Well, it would be a 2-year deal. and he would be 35 in June. So that's when he would come over in June. So it'd be a 2-year deal, from what I understand. Christopher Harris from World Soccer Talk, our buddy, he's saying, I'm hearing that 35% number is a way for Inter Miami to get around the MLS salary cap.
Yeah, but they can also do what Valderrama. Remember, Valderrama got a huge 10-year deal. He got sponsorship deals. That's how they get around the salary.
So
is to get them Adidas deals and all these other things.
The designated player rule was also named the Beckham rule, right? So that's because it came into play as a way to sign Beckham. Don't think for a second that MLS won't create a Messi deal if they have to, a Messi rule if they have to. They will find MLS wants this to happen. Yes, Inter Miami wants it to happen, but MLS will want this to happen. And they will bend, break all rules to make it happen. Change anything to make it happen. Exactly what a new Weissman is saying. Garber will create the Messi rule.
Bend it like Messi.
100%. So you think no problem? Do you think?
No problem.
Do you think it happens though? Do you think this is all just smoke, or do you think there's some truth behind it?
I think they would have never put it out there if there wasn't a sprinkle of truth, because that's how Beckham has been doing his marketing for like 20 years.
And keep in mind, Inter Miami has not straight up said.
I got a dog over here, Peter.
What do you got? What do you got in the background there?
It's a little dog.
What kind of dog is that?
I don't know, little mutt.
All right.
Not mine, none of mine, but we're here. I just thought it was funny because now I have the dogs barking and all the craziness that you have.
Yep, my dog is not in the room at the moment because he's looking for.
Wait till I've gone like 5 minutes without mentioning Diego Serna 17.
It's about time that you did, right?
You want him to come back and play? He still plays. He's still scoring goals. He and Valderrama still play. We could bring him back.
You know, I have a Miami FC Diego Serna jersey. I mean,
I know. We're gonna come visit your house.
I mean, he didn't give it to me or anything. He didn't.
I know you bought it.
He doesn't know me. He doesn't care about me. But I've met him. He's awesome. But yes, I bought it.
I know. We're gonna come to your house and have a whole thing. Yeah, he's still doing the player scout with Atlético Nacional in Colombia. He's got a lot of players. He put the player on Portland that's doing very well. He put a player on the Red Bulls. He put a player on Ajax in Holland, your home country. So he's right now, that's what he's doing, developing players.
Great.
And that leads me to Messi, because Messi is going to want to get into developing players just the same reason Fede Higuain is here.
All right, more comments coming in. Developing players. I mean, he, maybe the academy and all that kind of stuff is interesting to him. But all other ways for, other reasons for him to come to South Florida is he's got that deal with Hard Rock. Now, that's not clearly just South Florida, but hey, the Seminole Indians own Hard Rock, and he signed a big lucrative deal with Hard Rock.
Burger. He has his own hamburger. Cheeseburger.
Yeah, they've got all his merchandise in the store. Now, I think if I remember correctly, his merchandise is purple in color. He might need to change that color to pink. But because we don't like purple down here, but
no, we don't. No Mickey Mouse purple. Ooh, sorry for the Mickey Mouse drink.
if
I need a beer. This is the first time I've seen you without a beer in 25 years.
I have an alcoholic beverage. It's a White Claw Surge. And for those of you that want to make fun of me for drinking seltzer, this is 8% alcohol. Most of your beers are only 5%. This is more powerful than a beer. All right. So there you go.
Sounds good. Okay. So you want me to hang up so somebody else can get a chance?
If you got nothing else, we'll let you go. Thanks so much.
Oh, I could be on the show for an hour. You know how I am.
All right. Well, we'll let you go and get back to go feed that dog.
I'll have my Inter Miami on.
And Miami United getting a little bit of respect there. Miami United.
My stuff. Okay.
See ya. All right, we let her go. I think I hung up on her a little too early. Sorry. And we might keep this one a little short, unless you guys want to keep it going, and we can keep it going. And but you want to keep it going, call. And Bruno, likes the hard seltzers as well. This actually was given to me by my neighbor. Last weekend, I had a birthday party at my house. Ed was here, and that's why we did the show live together. And my neighbor, you don't want to go to your a party empty-handed, so he came with because he sees me drinking these things around as I do the yard work and stuff like that. So he brought this for me, and he brought it kind of jokingly, like, okay, here you go. And then he had one, and he was like, whoa, 8%. That'll get you there quicker. So Tracker feels that he doubts that Messi cares about academies. He'll send his kids to La Masia. I guess that he has his own academy. But could Messi's academy kind of blend into the Inter Miami Academy and do some sort of cooperation? I mean, especially if he's a part owner of Inter Miami. That could happen, right? I don't know. A new Weissman talking about the cap, talking with Tracker. The cap will never go, but it can be increased. I think the salary cap, as much as people hate the salary cap, I think the salary cap's good. It could be raised. What they need to do, MLS, and let's change that then. Since we're now talking MLS, let's bring up the MLS logo. Since it's harder to do when you're doing everything by yourself. Normally I could throw it to Ed and he could talk a little bit and I'll go play around with some graphics. But I lost my train of thought. La Masia equals Barcelona Academy. Oh, okay. I've heard of the Barcelona Academy. I just don't know what La Masia. I don't know what that is. I lost my train of thought. Bruno saying, I thought you guys were tipsy, that Serge doesn't play. The night that we did the show, we were tipsy, but that's also because I was drinking. I don't know about Ed, because Ed got to my house a little bit late. I was drinking from, say, 1 o'clock on. So I was right when we came and do that show. Oh, something to think about, and because I lost my train of thought when I'm talking about MLS. I don't know where I was going with that, but something to think about. Next Sunday, we will not be, and I don't even know if Ed realized this. We haven't talked about it, but we will not be doing this normal show on Sunday. So that's why it also made sense to kind of do this hangout on Thursday. We won't be doing the show on Sunday as normal because there's a game on Sunday. So Inter Miami is welcoming back Lewis Morgan with the New York Red Bulls, and they'll be playing on Sunday. I think the game is at 6, so it's a little bit early. What Ed and I will try to do, and I say try because I've had mixed results with the internet around the stadium, but we'll try to go live after the game and do it live from the stadium. I remember we did it once for this famous kind of video that we've talked about a little bit where Ed and I were super drunk. And if we were near gate 2, it was okay. But then in the past, when I would try to do some interviews with fans after the game in the parking lot, it wasn't so good. So we could try to do it by gate 2. So I think that will be the plan, is Ed and I to go out to gate 2 after the game. If you're around gate 2, stop by and you'll see me and Ed holding a phone and talking to you guys about the game. So that'll be the plan, is to, and maybe Ed can grab people and we can talk. Tracker is saying the game better be better than yesterday's boring game. I don't agree with you. Again, Jazz Fusion felt like yesterday sucked. Again, maybe I drank too much Kool-Aid, but I think we're starting to play better football. Like, I like the way they're moving the ball around more. I think Bryce Duke is making a difference in the midfield. And how about Drake Callender? Every time Drake Callender was in a game, up until recently, I cringed. Because what little bit he's played, he wasn't so good. But since the Open Cup, where he got to start in the Open Cup games, he was really, really good. And he's now fighting for that starting spot. I don't know about Marsman now. And, Calendar's shot stopping is really, really good. So I thought it was fun. I thought yesterday's game was fun. It was like Bruno says, yesterday's game was suspenseful. And yes, each game the team is getting better. I think they really are. So Richard Greenberg is asking if we saw the MLS salaries list for 2022, what salary cap? Some teams spending high 20 million. Yeah, there's a new player in town now that I'm trying to find where I had the. So Sheridan Shaqiri is now the highest paid MLS player, Chicago Fire attacker. Apparently he's making $8.15 million in guaranteed compensation, which now makes him the highest paid player. So how about that? One goal asking if she got a lot of love. Yes, you got a lot of love. You got a lot of love. And Score FL is also correct. Yes, we're getting better, but we still can't finish. So I would say even that, we're getting better. Campana has been better. Come on. Campana's been way better than Higuain. Higuain gets into that game, and I saw some people saying that Higuain played better in that game and that they were happy that he came in. All I saw with Higuain came into that Philadelphia game was more frustration. He just starts yelling at players that they're not passing him the ball perfectly, that they're not doing it fast enough. I mean, come on, dude. This isn't European football. So, I think I get why they put him in. They're hoping that he could just be up there and finish because he could still be a lethal finisher. But Campana is the man right now. And, yeah, he's not going to score every game. Lassiter needs to get better at shots on target because he gets in good positions but needs to get better shots on target. So I think Nick Scher saying that Duke made too many mistakes. Maybe, I don't know. I like seeing Duke in there. I think he looks good. Anu is saying that he thinks that Lorenzo is getting $10 million for Toronto. So Richard Greenberg can tell us if that's the case. Our Toronto resident. Here's the thing, too. Aldo's talking about Campana on the field as much as you can. It will only motivate him that the club is behind him. So one of the things I appreciate about Campana is that when a player tries to get him the ball, and even if it's not perfect, he applauds that player. Whereas Higuain kind of, rides that player, deflates that player. So, and Campana is alone. Tracker's asking if he's alone. He is alone. So with Aston Villa, I think it is. So they're going to have to look at potentially. They do have an option to buy him, but does that make him a DP? So I don't know. So anyways, getting back to the whole Messi thing, I think we've kind of gone through it as much as we possibly can. At the end of the day, I think it's a good deal. You got to sign him if you can. This is the fun thing is, we used to do our news videos, and I stopped doing them partially because half the things we did on the news we talk about here. And on the news, though, I covered like every rumor. And so we would have fun with the rumors, and that's really what this is. But I think where there's smoke, there's fire. I think there are conversations. I think that 35% will go down. They'll find other ways to pay him. The league will help find other ways to pay him, and I think it could definitely happen. He's expressed interest in coming to Miami, and he's played around with the idea, but a lot of players have because of Beckham. But I think there are definite conversations. I don't think this was just a total false report thrown out there. I think, again, where there's smoke, there's fire. So it's Wolverhampton, not Aston Villa. I got the team wrong. For Campana, that is. So stay tuned for more excitement with Messi. This is not going to. I don't think it goes away. There was one person that I saw mention the fact that they thought the deal would be signed on Friday. That's tomorrow. That ain't happening. I don't think that's happening. Not on Friday. But the big news was Barcelona. Barcelona's coming. So are you guys planning on going to the Barcelona game? Is everybody in here? Even if the tickets are let's say they're $100 a piece. Are you going to go? At $100 a piece, I might not. You might see me apply for media credentials. At $100 a piece, I might not go because it's just a friendly. And now I did see Barcelona play Chivas USA at the Hard Rock Stadium or whatever it was called at the time. That was a lot of fun. So this would be a whole lot of fun. But I do have my limits of funds. So Paul A is saying, yes, Barcelona is coming. Yes, Barcelona will be here July 19th. Tickets will go on sale. I think it said the 25th of May, and season ticket holders should get an email soon. And you know, if Inter Miami's listening at all, I rarely get those emails. Sometimes I do. The last ticket member email I got was in February, and I thought, oh, it's working. And then there's some that didn't get my way. So luckily, I have friends that will alert me that an email came through, and they'll share the link with me. So, yeah, I'm with Richard. Friendly games suck. No one really tries. Yeah, but it's still cool. Like I said, I was at the Barcelona versus Chivas USA, and there was like 60, 70,000 people there. It was packed, and it was fun because you were at an event, and it felt like you were at an event. That's why I'm really surprised that this is being played at Drive Pink Stadium, because they could fill a bigger stadium, but this is definitely a feather in the cap for Inter Miami to have them play at their stadium. That's something they brag about, that they've got Barcelona that's played at their stadium. So that's I'm sure that's part of it. It's marketing. But and there was talk that Barcelona might play somewhere, and I think they said somewhere in New York as well is a possibility. So they may do a little bit of a tour of the United States, playing a few other friendlies around the country. So that'll be fun. Anu is asking if I still have the email problem. Yeah, I think I do. Because like I said, I got an email in February about the pub crawl. But then there was a email that went out about season ticket holders getting extra free tickets because they're not selling them, right? So they're just giving away tickets. And I did not get that email, but luckily Ed shared it with me, and I got that. Anu is saying Barcelona will play New York Red Bulls, right? One World One Goal says she's got problems with emails go to promotions of my cell Gmail account. I never check it, so I miss them now too before they came to my inbox. So I don't have a problem with them going to my junk mail or anything like that. I just don't get them. And the funny thing is I get every other Inter Miami email they have, but the one that comes from members at Inter Miami CF is the one I have a problem. Bruno is asking if I'm going to the Legends match, Ronaldinho versus Roberto Carlos. Nah, I don't care about that, to be honest. Sounds nice, bunch of old guys running around. I think that's really good if you want to get autographs. I don't plan on going to that game. I don't blame them for scheduling it. It makes sense, but I don't see myself going to that game. I don't even remember when it is because I discounted it so quickly. I saw it come across and I don't think I'll be going to that game. But anyways, all right, everybody. You know what? In the comments after this video is posted, I'm curious to hear what everybody thinks about the Messi deal. So make sure you go back into this, because this is the live comments that we're seeing here. But go back into the posted up video after it's over and go into that comment section and give your thoughts on whether you think the Messi deal will happen, and what you think that deal might look like. 35% ownership share sounds like a lot, so maybe that deal goes down. And what do you think? What do you think what it might look like? Do you think they should sign it or should they not sign him. Some people think he's too old. Or are you like One World, One Goal, thinking he could play till 45? He could walk the field like Valderrama did, although this version of MLS is a little bit different than that version of MLS was back in the day. But leave your comments in the finished video, and I'll go back and read them and have some fun with you guys, chatting back and forth about Messi coming to Inter Miami. I think this is definitely a very real possibility. Can't get too excited until things are finalized, because again, I think conversations are definitely happening. But could it fall apart? 100%. For sure, it could fall apart. But I also think if he doesn't come to Miami, he's not coming to MLS. So I think this is the one place that he's going to come, and he's got property in Miami. He's got the Hard Rock deal in Miami. So I think there's reasons to link him to Miami, and I would not be shocked to see if he comes to Inter Miami, that Hard Rock now becomes a sponsor for Inter Miami. Maybe you see Hard Rock on their jersey instead of XBTO at some point once that contract expires, or once a Drive Pink contract expires, you see another Hard Rock stadium, or they're just a sponsor, right? I think that comes along with the deal. I think so. So, anyways. I appreciate your time. If you guys like this and you think we should do more Thursday night shows, let me know that in the comments too. We could definitely swing this. Ed will not be able to join Thursday night shows or Wednesday night shows because of he works. But I'm available on those nights. So if you want to keep doing this, you want to do these more, we can do that. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for One World, One Goal, who came in live on the show. People were asking for it, so it happened. And thanks for Gabriel for calling in live on the show. Good conversation with him. And make sure you please like, share, and subscribe. And I think that'll about do it, guys. So thanks so much for playing along tonight. I didn't quite get to the full hour, but that's okay. I got to go have dinner. I got to go get dinner. And we're already starting to get some comments in here. South Florida. Score Florida thinks Thursday sounds good to him. He likes the idea of having a Thursday night show. So, all right. And Bruno is saying more shows, the better. Keep it coming. All right. Well, we'll think about it. Let's see how many help this video out. Share it. Go ahead and on your social medias, share this video and get more people to like it. And that way we'll know that there's a reason to do more of them. If it only gets 50 views, then probably not going to do it, right? But if it gets a nice amount of views and a lot of comments, and you guys were awesome in the chat tonight, I got to say, you guys did your part. So thanks so much. And what we could do also on Thursday night shows in the past, what I would do is I'd bring on people. I remember I brought in Bruno's brother, Franco Panizzo came in and did a Thursday night show for us. I would do more guests on Thursday nights because sometimes it helps to have someone to talk to. I could talk a lot, but it helps to have someone to talk to. So, all right. And Guyver is saying he appreciates this episode as well. Thanks so much, everybody, for all the kind words. Thanks for playing along. Again, give your comments about Messi in the finished video that goes up. And we will see you hopefully after the game on Sunday night. We'll try to do a live stream outside the stadium and catch up and give our thoughts and get your thoughts on the game. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll talk next week.